All right, guys, we're fixing to get started. Another Monday night matchup here. I'm going to get them started here in just a second. So you guys come on in, sit tight. We got a race to 11 going on. 200 on the light between Brandon Wofford and Brandon Greene. So should be a good one tonight for you guys. Let me get my phone. I'm going to put their Fargo's up. And we should be getting started on time tonight. So you guys come on in, join the broadcast. Go ahead and send it out to everybody you know, all your Facebook groups, all that stuff. I would greatly appreciate it. Let's see. So we got a 437 playing. I think Brandon Wolford's a little higher than that. Yeah, he's a 480. So we'll see how this turns out. These guys have been wanting to play for a while. Um, so we'll see how it turns out. I'm going to go ahead and get them started. They're just hitting balls around that now. I'm going to get them fired up. Um, and I'll be right back. So you guys sit tight. Go ahead and get on the stream if you're not on it already. I'm going to go ahead and share it out to my Facebook, Classic Q's Facebook. I'll share the link out to that. Um, and we can maybe get some people on here. All right. All right, guys, we're going to get this match started. I'm going to go out here and see what they're doing, exactly the rules and all that stuff. All right, so they're fixing the lag for this first break. We got a race to 11, guys. A couple of a little below 500 players here on Fargo. Both of them probably play just a little better than that. Should be an interesting match to watch. So we'll see what happens here. Um, been trying to get these matches going on Monday nights, and just a whole lot more players 600 and below than there are 600 and above. So hey, man, um, so harder. It seems like it's a little harder to get the better players on stream. I'm not sure why. I don't know. Maybe they just, I don't know. But anyways, I've had a few 600s on stream. Number one, it's harder to get them on here because there's not as many of them. But we will got a decent matchup next week, I believe it is as well. So we're getting a bunch of different ones. Last week had a good match. Jeff Mayfield beat James Munden. That was as far as Fargo's goes, that was pretty lopsided. And Jeff come out ahead of that one. So you just never know what's going to happen. We've had some upsets in the last few weeks on these, and then we've had some matches that I thought would have been real close and were lopsided. So you just never know. It's a short race, 9 ball, one set. You know, anything can happen. So we'll see here is Brandon Greene in the orange shirt, red shirt. I think that's orange. Takes aim here. Be his first time at the table. See what he tries to play. I think he tried to go for that 9 there. Kind of jumped up a little bit on his shot. Maybe was trying to get that cue ball down there on that 9. A risky shot, but one, two, three, say 6 balls on the table. So probably kind of playing the odds there that maybe Mr. Wofford don't get out, and looks like he's hooked himself here. So needs to hit this ball. Brandon Wofford needs to make contact here for sure. Don't want to give him ball in hand the way these balls are setting. Oh, he just missed it. Just missed that ball. So we'll see if Brandon Greene can get out here. I would use the rail here. I'm not sure setting up like that really. Well, we'll just see what Brandon does here. He's going to try to play the 9. I think I would have tried to go on and get out here. That's a lot tougher deal, but it looks like it's going to might got a roll out of it behind the 6 ball. Might have left Brandon behind the 6 ball. I really think Brandon Greene should have looked at that table a little bit differently and went on and run those 4 balls out or 5 balls out where they were setting. It was pretty natural. Not really no hard challenges in those 5 balls. I think he could have done it, but anyways, came out with a good roll and it's going to get ball in hand again on this on the 5 ball. So I expect him to play these smart and get out here. We'll just see what happens on that. Shooting pretty fast. I don't like that. He's really shooting fast. Needs to slow down a little bit. But again, um, that shooting fast like that, getting a lot of opportunities. Need to take advantage of those 3 and 4 ball outs with ball in hand for sure. So now Brandon Wolford, he needs to stay away from that side pocket. Looks like he's going to draw it back, and he does. That was a good shot. Now, don't have to do anything fancy here. Your pros, your better players would try to get perfect on this ball. I think I would just make the 8 ball. Be sure I make the 8 ball, um, and the 9 goes. And that's a good shot. Brandon Wolford put in there. Had a good confident stroke there, and should take the first game down here as he does. So 9 ball jump cues are allowed in this match. The 9, it does not count in the rack and corners. It will count in the other 4 pockets on the break. Uh, so pretty general rules, cue ball fouls, um, and 200 on the light. So gonna be a good one, I think. Get the score updated here a little bit. Get my computer to quit flashing on me. Don't know if y'all are seeing that or not. My computer's going crazy. All right, so Brandon Wolford is taking his second break. He won the lag, won the first game, and taking his break and pockets the 2 ball. Might have a shot on the 1 ball. It's hard to say from here. Definitely can make good contact on the 1. Probably has a chance to play a defensive shot if he chooses to. Um, Run the cue ball up table, put that 1 down. I don't know what he'll choose to do. It looks like that's what he's choosing to do. 1 ball's going to creep out in the um, in the gap there. So Brandon Greene now does have a chance here on the one and made a great shot there. That's a smart shot. Played good defense on that ball. Held it snugged up against the 9 ball. Guys, you guys, you guys watching this, if you can't hear me, if I'm cutting in and out, if you have any issues on the viewing of the table, I had to reset my camera tonight. I don't know if something happened to it between now and the last view, so I've had to reset it. The colors are really not as clear as I want. Balls look like they're a little fuzzy, but and so good stroke there by Brandon Greene. And Brandon needs to slow down a little bit. I like his pace here. He did that first game. He was really running around the table there. He really shot a couple of shots that I thought didn't really look at him. You really need to slow down even on the simpler shots. Now I don't think this 5 goes. Uh, Not sure if he's got the angle on it to put the cue ball behind the 8, but it doesn't look like it goes. Brandon's shooting it. Yeah, he shot it. Good shot. Uh, I didn't see that one coming, but that was a good shot. Ended up making an 8 ball and set himself up perfect for the out. So, oh, he pulled his ball into the side. Oh my goodness. So again, maybe a little hurried up there after getting that 8 ball in the hole and ended up pocketing the cue ball. So it's going to give Brandon Wofford a fairly easy out here. And as I say that, he pulls a 6 out of the hole. And, this is indicative of all of us. But when you get into that sub 500 range, some of these shots maybe being taken for granted a little bit more than what you would see maybe in a 650 player shooting them hard, like we just seen Brandon Greene shoot there, uh, needing, thinking he needed to shoot that really hard to get the cue ball back where he needed, things like that. You're going to see a lot of that on this match, I'm sure, and we'll see. Now, if Brandon Wolford's that was a tough shot, but he shot it smooth, and that's what he really needed to do. Come back across, didn't try to draw the cue ball back down table to get a perfect shot on the 9. He's got a very makeable shot here on the 9. He played that ball like he's supposed to play it. Um, and good shot, center pocket there on the 9 ball. So Brandon Wolford is taking advantage uh, of a couple of mistakes there. He got by with one on that game, missing that 6 ball straight in with ball in hand, missing that 6 ball. Tried to draw that ball, cue ball back, just draw that ball out of the pocket. These tables are pretty tight. When you're, shooting it like that, you got to shoot it precise. Uh, Slates are deep into the pocket, and the pockets are pretty tight. So ball goes a lot of places, but you're going to see a lot of those balls rattle up like that. Seen 2 of them consecutive right there where Brandon Wolford shot that one. It rattled. Um, then turned around and Brandon Greene shot the 7. He was straight in on it, shot the 7, and shot it hard, and it rattled out. And when you put any kind of um, speed on that object ball on these tables, it's you know you got to be very precise. Billy Williams, how you doing, buddy? Good evening to you. So we'll see if that was a looked like a good hit from here. See if Brandon Greene can get a match in here. And Brendan Wolford's got an opportunity here to make this ball come around. He should be on his 2, or he could choose to play defense. Looks like from here he can cut that ball in the corner, but he may choose to hit it a little more solid, which he does, and he scratched. That was kind of the risk there. If he'd went on and tried to make that ball, I think was probably the better play there on that particular shot. Um, you're going to play defense there. You would have had to put the right English on the cue ball. You couldn't just shoot the one into the rail like that because it was a dead scratch. And so Brandon again would like to see him take a little bit more time, focus on the shot he's shooting, and here, this is a shot. Need to play defense here. I mean, you're most of the time neither one of these guys are going to run the racks out, so make a couple of balls and play good. Try to play good defense, and you should get another opportunity at the table. Brandon decided to go for that ball, which was a great shot, but it, as you can see, what it left him, and we've all been there. That's why you don't try shots like that because it's too risky, just too risky. And so Brandon Wofford's going to have a little bank across side here. Um, should be able to pull that ball back or run it forward, either one, and just missed it. And so Brandon Wooford playing loose. Brandon Greene's playing loose. I like the way both of them are going at the game. But again, it's hard, if either one of these players gets up on the other one, 3, 4, 5 games, it's going to be tough to come back. Um, it's I've played people that are quite a bit better than me, and I'll get up on them a few games, and heck, before I know it, they've done, come right back on me, because they're able to run those racks out and string together some games. Most likely, you're not going to see that. And that was a great shot by Brandon Greene there, backwards cut. He's cutting the balls good. He's hitting the balls good. He's just like this shot here is the ones he needs to concentrate on and be careful on, not to mess up at the end of the rack. Um, so we'll see what he does here. He got a little straight on that 8 ball, but still made a great shot. And I don't like him jacking up on that. I didn't like that at all. I could almost predicted that was going to happen. Uh, Jacking that cue up and really didn't need to. I know what he was wanting there. He wanted that perfect shot on that 9, but um, you know, risk doesn't pay there most of the time because you got to hit that ball. Like I said, on these tables, you got to hit that ball really, really clean. Yeah, James, it'd be hard to lose if you take Brandon in this match, wouldn't it, buddy? Um, have to specify the last name to get a bet on one of these guys. So Brandon Wolford again uh, has made the shots when he needed to so far. So we got a 3-0 match here. Brandon Greene has made some mistakes here late in the games. He's had an opportunity to, it could be easily be 3-0 the other way, Brandon Greene being up. But right now, the shots that are being missed at inopportune times are on Brandon Greene, and Brandon Wolford has been taking advantage of it. Matt Campo, how you doing, buddy? Hope you're doing well. Thank you for watching. So pretty fast-paced match here. The guys are playing a little faster, which you see that a lot. Um, I think maybe they're both playing a little too fast, but um, they're they're hitting them, and we'll see. I would think Brandon Wolford here would play a defensive shot. I don't think he would try to make this. Uh, and crept out on him, but still left some distance there. Left some distance, left the cue ball on the rail. Tim, glad you're watching, bud. A bunch of league players watching me play league down here with us, and a lot of other games. So I'm glad y'all watching. Brandon Greene made a fired in shot there. Just he's hitting the balls good. I mean, I can't say he's not. It's just those like I said, the hard shots, it seems like he's taking a little bit more time on his shooting, and then the gimme shots, he's kind of rushing, and as you see, it's you know not being quite as precise. A tough shot there by Brandon to run that ball up the rail, and the three ball looks like it's trouble. So Brandon Greene's got to think here. Make the two, then what? Uh, so you got to kind of play this smart. He's got himself set up really good for a defensive shot. I would have liked to send the cue ball a little over towards the center of the table more, and that's kind of why there he's got so much cut on the ball. He left the angle for Brandon Wofford to make that ball. He may still have to come off the rail to make it, but where the four ball setting, it shouldn't be an issue to shoot it with some light speed here, make the ball. And he had full contact with it. From my screen where I'm looking at, it looked like he might have had to come off the rail, but left him wide open. So uh, see if he runs up here, puts the five in the side. Yeah, it's a good shot. Or run up too far, he'll probably end up playing it in the corner now. Probably end up playing it in the corner. And he does. And Brandon Wolford's hitting the balls good. I think Brandon's just a little bit more zoned in right now. He's just a little bit looser, focused just a little bit more on the shots that he's taking. And don't have to do nothing fancy here. Uh, just don't shoot it too hard. Be sure you make the eight, and should be fine to make a nine ball shot. And shot that one a little hard, as I said that, and scratch. Really didn't need to do that. I think what Brandon was trying to do there was come around and catch that nine. Didn't need to do that. Just put the right kind of English on the cue ball, follow it to that rail, and let that cue ball come back on the right side of the nine instead of trying to do all the fancy stuff. Didn't need to do that. So give one up there to Brandon Greene, and Brandon Greene gets on the scoreboard. And like I said, this match could be very easily reversed there. Brandon Wolford will probably be kicking himself after that shot, especially once he re-watches this. I think he'll see that, man, why did I try to come off the rail and touch that nine ball? It's just making a shot that's not hard is what that is. Probably just a little inexperience, a little bit not knowing the angles, English that you need to play there. It should have been out. So Brandon Greene's going to get his first turn to break here during this set with 3-1. Brandon Wolford's up 3-1, won the first three games. And as I say that, Brandon Greene makes a hell of a break, but ends up scratching. Hey, Jimmy, Butts, hope you're doing well, buddy. Yeah, hope everything's okay. Hopefully you recover good enough to play next week. I think that probably give you time to heal, but if you don't see you're going to be able to, just let Jason Nugent know and let me know, and we'll do what we got to do. That should be a good match. You and Jason Nugent. Uh, I'm looking forward to that one. That should be a good match next Monday. And Brandon's hitting the balls with some authority here. I'd like to, yeah, I'd like to see a little bit more stroke in Brandon Greene's shot, a little less power, I think, a little focus, a little smoother stroke. Uh, James Mundy wanting to play Jeff. I'm trying to keep up with the comments as I watch the game. Says, can't wait to get back with Jeffrey. Yeah, James, I don't know. You had to talk to him. I guess he said he would play you a game of eight ball. I don't know, but um, be a good match either way, I think. And so Brandon Greene has made some really, really good shots tonight during the first four games, but has also rushed some really simple, easy shots that I know when he watches this, he's going to want back. And Brandon Wofford here's that was a difficult shot, but it's going to get a decent leave out of this. A lot of distance between the object ball and the cue ball here with with a little back cut. And Brandon Greene's went for that 9 ball. It looked like probably would have been um, better to try to make the 4 there, but almost made the 9. I could tell he was a little disgusted when he come up on the ball there. And again, Brandon Wolford's breaking balls up and putting a little distance between the ball for Brandon Greene. Got a 6 ball out here. And so far, we just haven't seen, quite frankly, either one of these players run that many balls out. So Brandon Wolford may be playing the game that says, hey, I'll let you get me to the 7 ball and then I'll take over, something like that. It's not a bad strategy. And I think Brandon Greene will need to maybe think that way as well. And Mr. Wolford scratches. It's going to leave Brandon Greene a shot on the 9. I would normally say you run these out, but I think Brandon will probably shoot that 9 in or attempt it. And this is a shot Brandon Greene's got an opportunity to make this. He needs to really slow down, and he did. Took aim on that ball, readjusted, which was a smart play. So good for him. And this match just became a little tighter. So 3-2. Brandon Greene has won the last 2. Brandon Wofford jumped out a 3-0 lead, won the first 3. So again, guys, if you're looking at the scoreboard, you'll see Brandon Wofford on the left, and under that, you're going to see his Fargo rating. And then on the right side, obviously, Brandon Greene and his Fargo rating. So I do that just to kind of give everybody an idea. Both these guys are established Fargos, and just give us an idea here. We're looking at 43-point difference, and see how close these Fargos play out. And this would usually probably be a 1-game spot. I'm not sure how it would play in like a Fargo hot race. I need to look that up and see. Let's see. What I can figure out here. Guys, I'm going to have my Scotch Doubles tournament on the 11th. I haven't posted it yet, but for you guys listening, we'll have that on the 11th. 1100 Fargo rated, combined Fargo rated tournament. So it's always a great time. It's always a great tournament. Man, we have a lot of fun. Every month we have that tournament. And, seems like we don't, the winners are usually different teams. We don't have a lot of repeat winners. Um, So it's a little race to 3 8-ball. It's BCA rules and Scotch doubles. So it's a good little tournament that we have. I'll be posting that hopefully tomorrow if I get a chance. And so let's find what this race would be. Uh, Let's see what this would be for a hot race. Just curiosity, how much difference it would be. So not a big difference. A hot race would be 11.9. 12.9 is the, um, so a race to 11 would be 11.9 is where you'd be with a hot race. Be 11.10 on medium and even up on mild. So it's not, not far off. Uh, And I've talked about this before on a lot of my streams about how these Fargo ratings, these 550s playing these 480s and stuff like that. It's not a guaranteed win for the 550. It's, even your 525, 530s playing your 580s or 600s even. It's not always a guaranteed win for that higher Fargo, especially in one set, race to 11, one set. So Brendan Wofford back at the table and uh, see if he's got an opportunity here. I would think a combo on the four would probably be what he's going to try here. It's tricky. Four balls outside of that pocket. So he's going to have to kind of cut that three over into it and cut it a little deep and set Brandon Greene up for a easy combo. And of course, you got to be careful here. Three balls could go, you know, haywire if you don't shoot this one right. And you make the four, you don't have a shot on your three. So we'll see how Brandon decides to play this. Missed the four ball altogether. He was shooting it with a little speed, and I think took his eye off that four ball. So now this is a little easier shot to determine where that three ball is going to go, simply because of the angle. But he played it wrong. He should have played the three on the seven. That was ill advised for sure. There, not sure why he wanted to carry him the three ball. I don't know what good that would have done to carry him the cue ball off the three. Makes it very unpredictable. Oh my goodness, just taking shots for granted, lifting up. Brandon Greene never got down on that ball. He never bent over. His back never bent. James, that's good, buddy. That's good. Jeffrey said you're gonna need that 500 if you keep playing him in nine ball. No, I'm teasing you. He didn't say that. He hadn't said a word. I was just trying to make a joke there, James. But that's good that you're winning. And Brandon Wolford gets a good roll there. It's just set up on the six good. Let's see what, you know, Brandon Wolford's just staying down a little better on his balls. I think he's just staying down and um, taking a little bit more time around the table, especially when he's getting to the back of the rack. And so Brandon Wolford makes a good out there. I liked the way he went about that rack. Um, he took his time and made those shots, didn't take any of them for granted, and that's what you have to do. You don't care what kind of player. You're not ever going to see a higher end player that just don't take those shots for granted. Um, they shoot every shot, with that same intensity, that same stroke, and that same concentration. And that's why when you get into that 625 and up, you see those guys at the end of the rack, they're not dogging that eight ball or seven ball. They're getting out. I myself in particular, I'll make a lot of balls. I'll make a 6 ball out here, and I'll get to the 7 or 8 ball, and just kind of get shapes on it and jump up on it, miss the damn shot, something like that. So um, I think as you go down in skill level, you see that more. I really do, along with a lot of other things, but I definitely think that's one thing you see a lot. And so Brandon Greene is coming back from a bathroom break and has a good shot on the 1 ball. Has a good. This table's really set up good here. Um, just needs to be in control of his shots. You're welcome, man. I enjoy streaming these matches. I really do. Um, we'll see. Brandon likes rolling that 9 ball. I've noticed that uh, here. And that's not an easy shot. A great shot. He made it. That wasn't an easy shot there. He shooting over a ball and had some distance between the 1 and the 9 and a little distance between the 9 and the pocket. And he made that center pocket, made it look easy. So good shot there by Brandon Greene. And we got a 4-3 match going right now. Yeah, he made a good shot there. That was a good combo. And like I said, we're 7 games in here, and Brandon Green's made some great shots, man, some great cuts. Just center pocket cuts, and so it's not that he's not able to make the shots. It's just I just feel like he's just rushing a little bit, especially as he gets closer to that 9 ball. And Brandon there attempted a tough shot, ends up coming in making a ball, but he's hooked. And making another ball. So keep on shooting, and sometimes that's what you got to do to get out of the woods. Sometimes you got to move a few limbs out of your way, and so we'll see if Brandon can run this ball down rail and just a little bit more, but made the 6 ball. So he's still going to be shooting, and he's straight in. So definitely setting up now in Brandon's favor. He needs to make this one and shooting it a little hard. Um, just a little harder shot. It's hard to shoot that shot like that. Drew the cue ball back. Really didn't need to do that. Just need to concentrate on making the 1 there. Cue ball would have been fine. We actually would have been better down table a little bit. And um, Brandon Wofford pulls another one out of the hole. And got a good shot there. Brandon Greene made a good shot there. Got that 8 ball out there where he needed it. And that should allow him to finish this rack. If he don't get caught up in the side pocket, and he did, um, just didn't. Don't know if he didn't take that into account or what. It's a tough, it's just a tough roll. We'll see how Brandon Wolford plays this ball. I know, I know how I would play it, but it looks like he's gonna play this ball in the side, in the corner, and just run behind it. Not a bad plan. Not a bad plan at all. Uh, Still a little high on it. If you're going to play it that way, you should never leave yourself high on that ball. And may end up costing him a game. So we may end up being tied up here. We'll see. Brandon Greene needs this one and stroked it right in. So as you've seen right there, hey, we got a good match going. Brandon Greene, Brandon Wolford, we are all tied up here at 4-4. So um, might just be, who ends up at the back of that rack last on this match. I like uh, I like what I'm seeing from Brandon Greene though. He hasn't give up. He was in a hole there. He was 3-0, and shoot, he's won what 4 out of 5 here. Yeah, the live stream, James, will do that to you. I can on my match, I cannot use that as an excuse because I have played tons of matches on the live stream. So when Jimmy Butts beat me to death that match, that was just straight on me. That was just straight my. I just didn't shoot well, and he shot good. So it was just one of them things that happens. I can't say it was because it was live stream. I wish I had some excuse except that um, I just had a bad night and shot below my skill level that night. But it happens. And good jump there by Brandon Greene. Popped over that ball good and almost made the 3 ball. Good bank there by Brandon Wolford. Almost got that 2 ball in. He'd have been hooked on the 3, I think, but still a good shot at that ball. He tried to make that 2 and slow rolled it up there. What's up, Randy Dolph? Appreciate you watching, buddy. Hope everything's going good for you. Missed him at the Old Timers today. We had the Old Timers blind draw today earlier. I think Wendell Burke and Bill Sullivan won it. And so Brandon draws that ball back. He's probably not, didn't mean to do that 'cause I know he's wanting to play that 9 ball. We'll see how he ends up playing this. It'd have been an easier shot, but it doesn't matter. He's deadly on the combo, 9 combo. So Brandon is coming. back with a vengeance. Brandon Greene in this match, and we got 5-4 Brandon Greene up now after being down 3-0. Yeah, Billy, we do, buddy. We definitely do. I stumble more than I should, but it happens. It's pool, and the only people that don't lose are the ones that don't play. So we got a 5-4 game going here, 9 games in, getting close to that halfway point in this match. And Brandon Greene has turned the tables, winning 5 out of the last 6 games. Needs to get low if he's going to go that route. He had to get a little lower, hooked himself there. He's going to come off his top rail. Don't. He's going to try to go behind it. Now, I didn't think he could. Looked like it was too tight. Should have probably come off the top rail, kicked that 2 ball down. Had balls to hide behind doing it that way. And so these balls set up nice for Brandon Wofford. Just don't want to get too much angle here on that 4. Um, you know, now he needs to, let's say he's probably going to spin that cue ball there to get back on the 6 like he wants to. And that's pretty good. That's pretty, it's still a little high, but that's a pretty good shot there. Did what he needed to do. He didn't have the exact angle he wanted, but still stayed in there. Just come back and down, and it's going to get high here. Now this one might be a little bit more difficult. But now Brandon Wolford is making the balls. He Brandon Wolford's making these type of shots, so you don't have to worry about shaping up on the 8 too much. Just got to make that ball and he overcut it. Overcut it, and let's see where he leaves Brandon's going to leave Brandon a pretty simple shot here. 7's got plenty of room to go down there in the corner. Be automatic shape on the 8 ball here again. Really just got to make the ball, and he did. And so here, I would not try to get fancy with this one. It's going to leave a tough shot. a lot of distance, but yeah, Brandon Greene plays a lot on the 9-footer, I believe. So that sometimes helps when you're playing on the short box. But missed that one there, but got a pretty good roll out of it. This is not a gimme by no means. See where Brandon Wolford decides to play this ball here. Way overcut that. This might, well, worked out good. I was going to say that 9 looked like it was headed up there to roll up, but now Brandon's probably going to fire at this one, would be my guess. Yeah, he did, and he has made it just like a, what a shot. Nice shot, Brandon Greene. And so, yeah, Brandon is on fire right now. He, like I said, if you joined us earlier, this match was a whole lot different. So good shooting by Brandon Greene. Brandon Wolford is still a long match, still not out of it by any means, but does need to regroup here a little bit. Needs to get a game under his belt pretty soon, because right now we got 6 out of the last 7 games have went to Brandon Greene. Oh, they shoot. They both play better than I do, James. I tell you, they're playing pretty good. And Brandon Greene's been breaking the balls good too. The break's working pretty good for Brandon Greene. He had a scratch a few minutes ago on one of his breaks, but for the most part, they're breaking up good. And he's normally been having a shot on the one. And so it'd be a good spot to play defense. Brandon decides to, I'm not sure, go for that, I guess. And now Brandon Wofford will try to regroup here a little bit. He needs a regroup here. Like I said, uh, he's lost 6 out of 7 here, so he's going to have to regroup. And I believe it's beginning to show a little bit, just maybe a little frustration there, which understandably, uh, when the ball starts rolling downhill, it's hard to stop it sometimes. We've all been there. You start maybe concentrating a little too hard, tightening your stroke up, things like that. As Brandon fired that one a little hard, uh, got kind of a bad roll there, come back across the table and scratched in the side. That's going to give Brandon Wofford a pretty easy shot here on the 4. Not sure what he's looking at. Um, just don't try to do nothing crazy here, uh, and should be able to stay there on that 6. And needed some help there from the 8, but that's okay. He got it. He's kind of left himself in a spot here where I guess uh, I guess you play the combo. I would probably cut the ball in the side because the combo is quite a bit tougher. But he got a good leave out of that. He got a good roll there. I'd probably cut that 6 in the side and where the 7's setting. You gotta let your cue ball go a little bit, but it shouldn't have been a problem. Instead of trying that combo. And tried to get around it, ends up leaving Brandon Wofford ball in hand. Brandon Wofford's been decent here with the 3-ball, 4-ball out for ball in hand, but we'll see. Um, he needs to. He's got too much angle on that ball. He'll be okay, but he had way too much angle on that ball. He's cutting it so close there. Just not sure um, why you take a chance because that very easily could have touched that 7 and left him hooked on the 7. But Brandon Wofford needs this game. He needs to kind of stop the slide. And you can just see, you can just tell it. A lot of us out here watching this match. I've seen it. I've been there. Not an easy cut shot here for Brandon, but really Brandon shouldn't have had an opportunity here to cut that ball, and he does, and he's playing loose. And of course, this is what ends up happening when you got one guy that's playing loose and has won all these games consecutively, and the other guy not. Now that was one Brandon Greene jumped down and shot. And that's just going to give it up to Brandon Wolford. There really could have. That one may come back to haunt him. May come back to haunt him. right, guys. Sorry about that. Just had to settle a league situation here. We got league in here tonight as well. So I owe Brandon Wolford a game. Let me get that score changed. So Brandon Wolford wins one, and he desperately needed that one, guys. I tell you, it was getting rough, and Brandon Greene give it to him. Um, so it's going to be if Brandon Greene ends up losing this set, it's going to be hard not to go back to that game and say, hey, you had Brandon Wolford on the ropes. But we'll see. And Brandon Wolford gets by with one there. Thought that ball was going to scratch. So we're halfway through this one, and it's one game difference. Brandon Greene leads 6-5. And good jump shot. Touched that ball. Didn't get the best roll, but hey, it's better than ball in hand. A good jump shot there by Brandon Greene. Put a little bit too much on that one, trying to get away from that side pocket. And two railed this one clean and got shapes on the six. Good shot there by Brandon Wolford. And where's it going to land? Not sure. Not bad. Kind of stroke this ball here to get back on your eight. And tried to make the nine ball a little surprising. A little surprising, but might get by with it. So making the seven here. So, you guys, what do you do here? You cut that ball to seven and come around table, but uh, Brandon decided not to try to do that. So needed to put some juice on that ball, get back around table. But the man said I know what I'm doing, and strokes that eight ball right in, three rails in the side. So I'm gonna let him play, and I'll call the shot after they shoot. And Brandon Greene's gonna give up another one here. Looks like Brandon Wolford needs to take his time on this shot. This is not a gimme shot here. Yeah, James, a couple of people did do pretty good at that split bracket. A good tournament, from what I hear. I didn't get to play in it this time, but I know James Taylor did good. I think he finished fourth. I think y'all correct me if I'm wrong. So congratulations to him. Appreciate you, James, for bringing that up. There were several people that Clarksville that did go up there that did not do any good, but we had a few. I think Gabe Booth did pretty well. James Cole. Uh, he finished seventh, eighth, I think somewhere in that area. So, congratulations to those guys. It's a tough tournament. 100 and I don't know, 28 players or something, 190 something players. I don't know how many players was in it, but it's a bunch, and it's tough. When you're playing, you're talking about short race nine ball, and let's face it, you're liable to go up against a guy that's not ranked properly, not on purpose, but it's just hard to rank everybody. Uh, just perfect. So yeah, Gabe finished fifth, sixth. So uh, Yeah, Gabe is. I don't know. James Cole, I think he's living down here in Clarksville now. I'm not sure. He's not from Clarksville, but I consider him. I consider him a classic Q guy. He may not consider himself that, but um, I know he lived in, I think, Nashville there for a while. But anyways, when I'm talking about my Clarksville guys, it's hard for me not to include people like, James Cole, Tim Bell, and all those guys because they play a lot here. But anyways, it's a good tournament. It's a lot of fun. I think she's got a couple more scheduled at JLBs this year. It's tough though. You know, I've played in a couple of them and I've done pretty good at them. I've never cashed, but I've done pretty good in some of them and got to play. I felt like my money's worth anyways. But when you're in the low side, you're racing to five at the most in nine balls. So that's and you're talking big pocket tables up there, or league pockets. Um, so it's just a roll of the dice if you want to get down to it. It really is. And that's not taken away from anybody that wins it, but it's just a crapshoot really. James Monday, I don't know. I think James Cole come in seventh or eighth. He told me, at least that's what he texted me and told me. I can make sure. Uh, yeah, he said, yeah, James Cole got 7-8 spot. Um, I don't know where Gabe finished, but I know he finished. He should have finished in front of James Cole because I know he was playing James Taylor. I think they were the final. They was in the final four of the high side. So I don't know how that works. If he, I don't know exactly how that works when you get that down that low in it because I've never uh, been that low in it. So I forgot to put Brandon Wolford's game up. So Brandon Wolford has now taken the lead. I apologize, guys. I'm sitting there talking, not keeping up score. So we got a 7-6 lead. Brandon Wolford has now taken the lead back from Brandon Greene. But this is a great match here. So we're going to 11. So uh, it's past the halfway point. And my buddy Fernando, man, done helped me with some concrete work at my house. I sure appreciate that, Fernando. You done a heck of a job, buddy. Thank you. Oh, James Taylor got third. Yeah, he may have. Yeah, he may have. Um, James Mundy. I'm sorry, I thought you were talking about James Cole. Yeah, James Taylor. Yeah, might have got third. Keith Mayberry. I know Keith real well. Yeah, yeah, came in ninth. Yeah, and it is front heavy on the money. Come out 200 ahead. Surprised he come out that much. Honestly, finishing ninth, but the money is front heavy on that tournament. I think they pay the top 16 players, but I'm not sure they pay the Calcutta 16 spots. But I'm pretty sure they pay the tournament 16 spots. I'm not sure, but I know one year I had bought. Uh, it's a good player. Can't think of his name. Anyway, I bought him, and he finished eighth or something, and we didn't hardly get our we didn't get our money back. Of course, we were splitting it, but it is what it is. Everybody does their tournaments differently and pays out differently and things like that. But and as we watch here, Brandon Wolford rattle another one out, just pulled it completely out of the hole, and Brandon Greene has hooked himself on the three ball. But yeah, James Mundy, Keith Mayberry plays good. I like playing Keith. He's a good guy. Plays good pool. Doesn't surprise me. What they have? Wonder what they had him ranked. Surely he was a 5 at least, wasn't he? I would think he maybe would have been at least a 5. If he's anything, if he's lower than that, they had him ranked wrong for sure. And Brandon Wolford trying to get that 3 behind that pile of balls. I think it just hit him. This is a tough rack here. This is not an easy out. No matter who's playing. 4 and 5 on the rail down there. 8's on the rail. So not an easy rack here at all. So I'm not sure there. That was a good shot. Um, going to have to come up and down here, I think. I don't think you can hold that cue ball. We'll see what he decides to do. I think maybe he was trying to do that, but he did miss. So I got a good leave, and we'll see what Brandon Wolford decides to do here. Really can't make that 4 ball unless you get lucky. So I would expect a defensive shot coming up. Yeah, James, you should have played up there. That would have been a good. That would have been good. Good tournament for you. I don't know what you'd have been ranked. Good shot there as we watch Brandon Greene hit that ball. He needed a little bit more juice. He come around the table, get on that 5 a little better. Uh, but I'll say this for Brandon Greene, he's going for the shots now. He's not holding back. I would have played defense on that 5 for sure there. But he's going for it and almost made it. And so does the 6 go beside the 8 here? It doesn't look like it does, but let me see if I can look at the table. Yeah, it does. I think it goes. Yeah, it goes by that. It looks like it's got plenty of room. On the screen, it's hard to see the way I've got my camera placed. It's not right over top of the table. So, but I think he's got room. Yeah, he did. He had room. So don't do nothing crazy here. And that's a good shot. Maybe overhit it a little bit. Probably overhit that just a little bit and tried to play it in the corner and missed it and almost scratched. Probably would have scratched if he'd have made the ball. Um, yeah. So we'll see if Brandon Greene can capitalize on that mistake and does not. See where the balls wind up. Left him straight in the side. So Brandon Greene got a bad roll there. Had a makeable 9-ball shot, but wasn't a gimme by any means, and left Brandon Wolford straight out, and he is going to scratch. Nope, it held up. All right, so I'm holding my breath up here every time I say something. I'm not sure what's going to happen. So, guys, while they're racking these up, I'm going to take a break. I will be right back. We're right in the middle of this thing, 8-6. Brandon Wolford leads Brandon Greene, and we are going to 11. Y'all stay with me. All right, just back in time here. Brandon Greene rattles that one up. Just kind of come up on the shot there a little bit. That wasn't no gimme shot. Should have made it, but didn't shoot it too hard or anything like that. Just maybe picked his head up a little bit, and that's the kind of games that in these matches you just can't do, you know. Um, so Brandon Wofford is going to get another one here, and now we got Brandon Wolford's kind of taking off here. He's won, I think, the last five. So it's been kind of a streaky game. You know, we had Brandon Wolford come out of the hole, won three in a row right off the bat, and then Brandon Greene come out and won, I think, 6 out of 7 games. And now we got Brandon Wolford here's put five together, so it's been streaky. Yeah, I see the conversation in chat. I don't know what all happened there. I do know I don't know the person who got third. I know Mike Williams and Chip Gaither, I think's how you say his name. They split it, so I do know both of those guys. I will not comment on the ranking of either one of those players because it's not my place. But I don't know about the third place guy, and and that's just the way it goes. You can't. It's just hard to play that tournament and expect to get a fair match. It just and that's nobody's fault. I think. Uh, I think. Uh, what's her name? I think her name's Chrissy Pulowski. I think she tries to do her best and does a good job. So I'm not saying that at all. I It's just hard to rank those players and get them all right when you're having that big of a tournament. So I'll leave it at that. And when I play in her tournaments, I do enjoy it, but I don't. I just go play. When I first started out playing in those split brackets, she had me ranked as a 6+1 or something, and which I did not need to be there, but it didn't matter to me. I didn't care, and that's what I told her. I said, "You can rank me whatever you want to rank me." I said, "You rank me a 7, a 8, 9. It doesn't matter. I go up there to have fun with my friends and have no, there's no way that I'm going to win the tournament unless, just like everybody else, nobody's going to win that tournament unless they're underranked. Get a good draw through the bracket and play people that are not ranked properly. You're not going to win that tournament unless you're underranked or um, you're just playing people that are not ranked properly. You're just getting lucky and getting that draw. And that's just my opinion, but I've seen several of her tournaments. I know the players that win them. Um, and again, not taking anything away from the people that do win them because uh, you know they're good players. Uh, Micah Williams a good player for sure, deserved to win. Uh, I just don't know any, you know, I don't know. But anyways, a good tournament. So a lot of money in that tournament. I would encourage everybody out there listening to definitely play in it if you have not. It is fun. It's not too expensive. So you get to play some pool and get to play some different people most of the time. That's what I like about it. So all right. So Brandon Greene finds himself here in a tough spot. He needs you know Brandon Wolford gets on the heel. It's going to be tough. Keep going. All right, guys, back to it. We see Jeff. We're back to this thing. Brandon Wofford uh, gets on the hill here. It's going to be almost impossible. But I say that Brandon Greene won 6 out of 7, but so he could win the next 5 for sure if it gets to that point. But I'd like to see Brandon Greene win this, and I know he needs to win this game. We'll see if Wolford can put it together. Draws that ball too far. He's hooked and in the side. It just can't. I don't know. But anyways, they're just giving a game up to each other. Seems like. So we'll make sure Brandon Greene focuses here and can get these 3 balls in the hole. You stay down on this ball. These side shots, gotta stay down on them and follow through because you don't want to knock one out. Oh, and he shot that ball hard and it almost come out of the pocket. My goodness, but it didn't. He is down there on the 9 and gets out. So good shooting, Brandon Greene, to get that up. And now we are 7-9. See if Brandon Greene can make a run here. It's kind of been a match here of runs. They haven't swapped games. It's been 4 or 5 games one of them, 4 or 5 games the other. So guys, if you would like to play on this stream, we do have some um, rules around it, and I will probably adjust some rules for the coming weeks um, on my stream. So I don't know exactly um, what, but we'll make a few minor changes in our Monday night matchups. We just want to keep um, make it to where it make the matches competitive as much as we can. And so Brandon Greene fouls on the break. Um, yeah, so it looks like Brandon Wolford's going to take the break over here. And again, guys, it's 9-7. This and it's far from over. So getting down here to the wire, we got a 9-7 match going. We're going to 11. So we'll see if Brandon Greene can put a streak together. Looks like he was trying to mass stay around that 9. I do not think he called push. No, he did not. So Brandon Wolford's going to take ball in hand. Not sure why you wouldn't call push there. I guess it was the first shot after break. There's 3. So yeah, it's first shot after break. So I'm not sure why you didn't call push there, but he didn't. Decided not to. So good draw there by Brandon Wolford to get back down on the 2. Not sure where he is intending to play the 3 ball. Maybe try a 3-7 combo maybe, or, you know, try to play some type of defense, put some distance between the balls. I'm not either way. It's gonna be tough. But that's pretty good. That works out pretty good in Brandon Wolford's favor. Brandon Greene can see the ball for sure, and almost made a good bank there. Uh, Say that wasn't too bad of a shot. Trying that shot anyways there. So. Uh, and I think he just hooked himself behind that eight. Kind of a bad roll. He um, just kind of hit that ball a little harder than he needed to. Um, let's see. He may can get around it. Let's see. Go spin it. He did touch it. Did make a good hit. Let's see where the cue ball winds up. This is where the rolls take place. And unfortunately, did not really get one there. And Brandon Greene's got a side shot. Five's in the hole. Six is close to the hole. So, um, getting from the 7, 8, 9. That's going to be the shots here. Uh, needs to come around the table here a little bit. Just put the wrong English on that. Worked out okay, but you really shoot that ball and come off the end rail, the side cushion, and come back up table. Um, but he come up okay. Six balls close enough to the pocket. It shouldn't be a problem, but this is the problem right here. Leaving yourself on that six ball makes it a lot more difficult. Like he left himself makes it a lot more difficult to get on the seven. So say Brandon has stayed true to form, firing at balls just like that, and that was a great shot. Set him up to make pocket the eight. Great shot there, and looks like he can make this nine ball and tighten this match up, guys. So let's see. He needs to stay down and concentrate on this. Doesn't need to come up on this long shot. And yeah, just kind of fired at it. I don't know if he's frustrated or maybe a little aggravated at himself. At TJ, yeah, probably that probably won't happen, TJ. I wouldn't. I'll let you set that up, brother. I'm not gonna be involved in that. They told me earlier today I could have the winner for 100 even, and I told them I didn't feel like that would be right, so I neglected. But if you want to get in there with them, that's between you and them. Uh, so back to this ball's gotten back to Brandon, and he does make it. Brandon Greene makes that ball, so uh, that worked out good. Really felt like Brandon Greene, got on that long nine ball shot. I think he shot it a little hard and kind of maybe, like I said, maybe in a little frustration, but um, we got back around to him, which is unusual. But it did get back around to him and ended up getting that ball. So now we got a 9-8 match. Like I said, this has been a match of kind of runs, kind of setting up and making the runs. So if it holds true, Brandon Greene's in good shape. Um, Even though he's a game behind, we'll see. Uh, I like the way the Fargos are playing out relatively close, and they normally do, not always, but they normally do play out pretty close. I think I looked it up. I think the Fargo race here was 11-10 or 11-9. I think it was 11-9. So looks like we might be pretty darn close to that. Uh, Time it's all over. So Brandon Wolford slowing down here. That was a good shot. He would have liked to got that one down a little further, but that was a good defensive shot. So we'll see if Brandon's going to kick at this ball, and made a great hit. Great hit there on that ball. And I have seen Brandon Wooford do that 4 or 5 times. He has pulled those balls out of that. I don't know when he's gonna see that you can't shoot that hard on these tables. It's just not gonna. They're not gonna fall. James Monday, I have seen you rob players, and that's all I'll say about that. I have seen you play people that there is no way in the world that you should have even addressed them to play a game of pool against you. But that's more power to you if you can get them to play you. I don't know about TJ. I can't say I. And so Brendan Greene trying to make a little comeback here. Let's see where he gets left. Uh, Hard to see from this angle. I think Brandon Wolford's got a shot on the 5, and if he does, it could spell trouble for Brandon Greene. Uh, yeah, could put Brandon Wolford on the heel here. These shots are sitting here. Careful on the side pocket. He just run it down and missed the ball. If he shot it any harder, he scratched in the corner. Well, I don't know, TJ. All I know to tell you is come up here and ask them if they want to play you. That's not my business. I personally don't think either one of them has a chance against you, but what do I know? Not much. And Brandon Greene, great shot, great out. And like I said, guys, this match is holding true to what I said. That's 3 in a row uh, that Brandon Greene has won. Brandon Wolford was at 4, won 6 in a row, or won 5 in a row and got to 9. And now Brandon Greene has taken off, and that's his third one in a row. I would I would think TJ, I love you, but I would say if Brandon Green's beat you several times, I wouldn't think you would be barking at him for 200 a set. But again, what do I know? I'm just you know, I'm a weak pool player. Oh, bad hit, and if he rolls that 9 up, oh, he rolled a 1-9 up. Bad roll there. Give Brandon Wolford here an easy game to get on the heel. And Brandon Wolford got a gimme there handed to him to get on the heel. And 10-9. Brandon Wolford's on the heel here, guys. Brandon Greene still has a shot. You can't give it up. You got to play it out. Brandon Greene can get this next match. We got a heel match going, and I know that's all what we all want to see. I appreciate all you guys watching this stream, hanging out with us tonight. We enjoyed been some entertaining pool, entertaining shots played in this match, and we still got a couple of games to go. Sounds like a challenge there, James. All right, so Brandon Greene's going to have to play a little different strategy here, and we may not even get to see it play out because he looks like I I honestly don't think that Brandon Wofford can make that nine where it's setting, but from here it doesn't look like he can, and he is not going to go for that. So we are going to get to see some of this play out. Um, Now he's put himself in a spot that is going to be hard to get from there to the five. Be very hard. Have to put that spin on it and bring it top rail. And did get out of danger there, but again, these are the kind of shots. If I'm Brandon Greene, I'm hoping that he keeps chopping wood here, um, because exactly what happened is what has been happening. So you know now now Brandon Greene's got to think here for a second because Brandon Wolford's on the heel. Let's just all be honest. These balls are not set up all that good to run out. So I'm, looks like he's going to go for the nine here. If he makes it great, he's done good at these combos, and he did. Great shot, Brandon Greene. Got the angle he needed, and that was risky, but he made a great shot. So, guys, we got a heel match. I love it. Um, I love it, and you guys should love it too. Got two players here battling. Got some below 500 players here that are battling it out. Great job by both these guys, no matter who wins. And here we go with the break. And did nothing fall. 7 ball. Nope, nothing fell. Tight on the one. So we're going to get to see this rack play out, guys. Y'all pay attention here. This is pretty cool here. Sudden death. Whoever wins this and wins the light. So again, I really oh no not yeah Brandon Greene was thinking he maybe pushed that ball double hit. I hard to tell from here, but Wolford said no, he didn't. So Brandon Greene's gonna have to play it out. Uh, tough tough shot here. Got to get back on the two, and that's not bad. Again, careful here chopping all the wood and leaving the game to your opponent. That's what you got to be careful. You got to use a little bit different strategy when you're not a run out player, and Neither one of these guys are run out players, and neither am I. So I understand kind of what you got to do sometimes. Um, you start at the one. You might not want to chop all the wood. All right, so bad roll there by for Brandon Greene. Hey, Brandon Wofford's gonna get first crack here. We got a 6 ball out. I don't think anyone has run 6 yet. So let's see. This may be the chance to do it. They are definitely setting there. That's going to be the shot. If you don't get behind that, oh, he got behind it. He got behind the 8 ball. This could spell disaster now. If I'm Greene, I'm getting somebody to watch that. He did not. So if Brandon Wolford says it was a good hit, nothing that Greene can go do about it. And it may have been good. It's hard to tell from up here. Let's go, Brandon. Damn it, TJ. Oh my gosh, Brandon Greene cannot keep the white ball out of the pocket. All right, so here we go. Now we got a 4 ball out with ball in hand. Let's see if Brandon Wolford can make the money here. A little hard, but should still be okay. This is going to be the shot. And missed it. So, all right. 3 balls here. Let's see what Brandon Greene can do with these 3. Careful here. Don't stun the ball. Afraid that was going to happen. A lot of players do that. He hit that ball way hard and caught way too much of it. Yeah, you hit. That's what would have happened, but you didn't. Um, hit way too much of the ball. Made it tough. So here we go. We're not out yet. Oh my goodness! Look here. Oh my goodness! Wow! What a shot! What a shot! And he's still playing, guys. I love it. I love it. So here we go. This is for the 200. He's aiming up on it. Going to try to put that ball in the side. Here we go. Oh, he just misses it. He just misses it. All right, just caught that. It's a good shot, though. Brandon Greene stayed down on that ball. It's a good shot. You know, it's a tough shot. So we'll see if Mr. Wolford can take advantage. A little distance here. This is one he's going to have to stay down on. This is for the cash. Oh, right in the hole. Brandon Wolford pulls it off. Great match. Great game. Very exciting. Enjoyed that match. Hope you guys did too. TJ, James, all you guys, y'all need to get down and let's set some matches up. It don't matter. Um, all the other stuff don't matter, man. It's all about pool. We just play pool, have fun, and uh, don't bet what you can't afford to lose, and who cares. So appreciate you guys watching my stream. I really do. Subscribe if you hadn't already. Like my channel on YouTube, Classic Q Billiards and Sports Bar on Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff we got going on. I got a new website that's up. Should be live, so you can check that out. Might even see your faces on there, some of you normal people. So I appreciate you guys watching. And until next time, next Monday, right now, we got Jimmy Butts versus Jason Nugent. Should be some good action. A couple of 560 players, somewhere in that area, 560 to 580 players, roughly. That's about the speed they play. So looking forward to that one, and I hope you guys are too. Come join us between now and then, guys. We're going to have our Scotch Doubles tournament coming up on the 11th. Get you a partner. Call me if you don't know if you qualify. You got to have a robustness. Need to have a robustness of 200. If you don't, you need to call me to make sure I can get you put in there. We have a good fair tournament. We don't let anybody come in and rob it, or we try not to. Um, you and your partner must have 1100 max Fargo rating on that tournament. So that's coming up the 11th. We got 8 ball league Tuesdays and Thursday. We got singles 9 ball league Monday and Wednesdays, and a lot of time and room left to play some pool on the weekends. Our Sunday tournament every Sunday at 3 o'clock. That's a 9 ball Fargo hot race. If you don't have a Fargo rating, that's how you get it. You come in, those tournaments get submitted to Fargo. So you play several of those if you're unestablished, and it will get you established. So look forward to seeing you guys. Appreciate it again, and y'all have a